We back.
Wow.
Hey. We back, baby. Nothing like it. Okay.
Well,
I started playing the
done.
piano. You
You have to
guys,
say your
you feel
thing.
nothing about it.
No, I love it.
Everyone's completely indifferent, John.
No, it doesn't matter what they think, Ryan. Remember
You
what
also
the
said,
title was not too long ago.
Welcome back to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
Together we are.
Ryan and John.
On the couch as always, Cara Tafolla.
I was trying to make a pun about my costume.
Okay, all right, move on.
Cara Tafolla. And the lovely Annie the Skovmand Christ.
Bless you.
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
Should we go
Tastes
around
like
and just
strawberries.
It's our annual Halloween episodes.
Yes.
This
Spooky Tober.
This year you'll get 5 spooky episodes with any luck, which will be great.
Wow.
Dang.
And
We just
that means a
committed
lot
to
of
that.
costumes for us.
That means 5 entire costumes, but the last episode will be on Halloween,
Yeah,
so we
which
can
will be
kind of roll that into it.
True.
Yeah, let's go around the room.
Go around there. You want to start?
I'll start. Strawberry.
I thought you were gonna have some cute little thing like strawberry
No,
shortcake.
I'm
or-
a strawberry. No, just,
Do you see any shortcake about that?
I don't
No.
know. Well,
ain't nothing
sitting
short about
down.
this cake. Go ahead, John.
I am a colossal disappointment.
Oh,
Just
Damn.
kidding. I am a Padre.
Which Padre would you be?
My jersey would say Cronenworth. My heart says Manny Machado.
you kind of look like Hosmer. I know he's not on our team anymore.
Oh,
but
Hosmer, yeah.
Ozzy.
No, I'm starting slow because hey, we got 5 whole weeks of this, So,
Sure.
this is definitely a softball, no pun intended. And but I also thought it'd be funny to be like a big
I
disappointment.
feel like maybe
'Cause
the pun was intended.
The season, yeah, I mean you're right. The season was a colossal disappointment, so boo.
That is scary.
I know.
Go ahead, Kara.
I'm a scarecrow. I got hands.
Do you know why the Scarecrow got promoted?
Why?
He was outstanding in his field.
Also, I feel like don't
Do
you
you know why do you know why the scarecrow
Oh.
fainted?
Why?
Because he croaked.
What does that mean?
Crows.
That's a leap.
Okay, go ahead, Annie.
Come on.
Kind of a stretch. Kind of a stretch.
Hold on. Where's the button? Nope. I'm looking for this one.
Not that one.
There it is.
There
Okay.
it is. Oh, nice job,
All right.
Kara.
When you can make a good joke, we'll give you that.
Go ahead, Annie Christ.
I'm Jesus. Where's my wine?
Wow. You know
That was
his
water.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
When we
It
started
was
the
water.
show.
You do
I
have
was
to
like,
say that.
I need to have some H2O. I haven't had enough this year. And then I picked up and I was like, who turned this into wine again?
I was gonna say Jesus'
you-
thing isn't just having wine,
You know what
right?
you could have been?
Go ahead.
The Antichrist.
Oh.
She's the Antichrist.
That in a different costume, I feel
How
like.
quickly that switched.
I don't know if I want to wear this
That's a different
costume
one.
anymore.
That's a different one.
I'm
I
actually good.
like that.
That's hilarious.
That's pretty good.
I didn't have enough black to be the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only white.
And no, like pentagram on your head.
We're
Yeah.
wearing
Yeah.
the same tank top right now.
That would be good.
Twins.
Be good for your
Well,
resume.
guys, happy Gallantober.
Ah,
What the hell's a
Gallantober.
Gallantober?
You know,
It's like the.
Nobody knows.
Do you remember when they did the what was the?
Gallon challenge.
Ryan,
no,
that's
no.
the
Where
mosquito.
they were
Kill it,
smashing-
Kill it.
Got him.
Oh,
You
wow.
did it. It's right here.
I am the.
Got him.
I was about
You
to
did
say.
the Rasputober is what I was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
we did a couple
Rasputober.
years ago.
Yeah, for sure. No, this is Gallantober. No relation.
Go ahead.
Every day in the month of October, I'm going to drink all of this water.
Who made you think of this?
I'm not.
Himself.
Yeah, I'm not under any duress. I am doing this completely willingly. So put that on the record.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
One of my students said, "Is that safe?" I said,
Oh.
"What am I going
I
to drown?"
Oh, you could. It's called dry drowning.
Shut up. That's not a thing.
When your lungs
It's called
fill with
getting
water.
waterboarded, Annie. It's a different thing.
No, I think I've actually heard that before.
Yeah, that's a thing. Dry
Well,
drowning.
bottoms up, everyone.
Dry drown-tober, huh?
Dry Drowntober. No, not
Dry drown-tober.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to watch you drink the whole thing on Halloween.
Oh yeah, no.
First
On
time.
Halloween, it's going to be a Borg. So
It's gonna be half vodka.
no, it's throughout the day. So the duration of the day I've been drinking it. It's not like I got to chug it.
She just wants you. Like,
And is
not
this
to be
just an initiative to
plastered.
get you to drink more water?
It is.
or-
I don't drink nearly enough water.
Careful,
so
that's tough. start. You know,
What do you mean?
Once you drink a ton of water and then you stop, like at the end of Gallantober, you're gonna be like
It's an addiction. Like I'm gonna
wrecked.
have withdrawals.
No, you're just gonna be wrecked. Like I used to drink a ton of water when I worked a 40-hour job, and then when I on weekends when I wouldn't drink, very much water, like my whole body got effed up.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the effects will be on my body because
I mean, obviously good while you're drinking.
Can I tell you already what I've noticed?
Yes.
Is I am peeing so many times
Yeah.
a day.
Yeah, that would have been kind of a fun thing to do as a podcast. Next time you get
No.
an idea like that.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
Genius strikes. No, not everybody's ready for it,
Yeah.
So
Too bad you couldn't
if you guys, I know it's already the 3rd, so if you want to join in, it's still
So we
early
have to drink
enough.
4 of those then by
Pass.
tomorrow.
I'm going to finish this one today.
I'm saying like we had to drink 4 to catch
Oh
up.
yeah, you could catch up for
Yeah,
sure.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
I'm in.
If you could drink.
Okay, John. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, John's in.
Don't do that.
Today is.
So-
I'm gonna do it now.
I did.
Remember, I know all.
Apparently now.
You know all for like what 4 more days, and then you don't know anything. So
Here's the thing. After my student asked me if it was safe, I was like, of course it's. Is it safe? So I
You
did do some
Googled it.
research. This is like the max amount that you're supposed to drink.
I
Any
love that
more than that?
That a student
Yeah.
set you to inspire. Like
I was like,
oh,
is it
I didn't think about that.
Oh, wait a minute.
You didn't even.
It
question.
can. It
You literally
can
had-
like.
I've said it so many flipping times.
It can
that
like
you can
go
drink too
into
much
your
water and you don't listen to
bloodstream.
me.
And like that is what you basically like don't get enough oxygen to your body because there's no blood. There's like water in your bloodstream. But this is far under the amount that I'd have to drink to dry drown. So
Yeah, they say you're supposed to drink like half your body weight in ounces a day. So
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, how many ounces in a gallon? Anybody know?
128.
Okay,
that's that's right about. It's a little more.
yeah, you're good. You're all set. You're all set.
It's a little more than.
I
Than
love
that.
that response.
It's a little
Yeah,
more.
well, that's about.
It's actually
that's
quite a bit more. So
a lot more,
that's a
actually.
lot more.
When I do the
So
math.
not there.
Awesome. Gallantober, can't wait.
I did reveal it is October 3rd today that we're recording. So happy
I'm gonna-
Mean Girls,
Girls'
Day.
Oh.
On October
Wow.
3rd. Yeah, so
Just
okay,
for
it
the
was.
listeners at home, I'm going to turn the AC back on because I'm dying inside.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. This costume not great for
Ventilation?
no ventilation going on
Well,
up
if you
here.
hear the AC kick on, I apologize.
Well,
It's October, so.
It is what it
a
is.
lot of things have happened in October already.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah? Go ahead, Jesus.
Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead, Big
I
J.
called my dear friend Diane Feinstein home.
Oh,
Me.
I
Sure
called.
did.
yep. Typical us move that we post a podcast on a pretty notable day in history. Diane Feinstein has passed away at the ripe old age of 90.
Still in office.
Yep.
Can you believe that bullshit?
Which, by the way, I found out that I
Ridiculous.
read that with her death, she relinquishes the title of the oldest senator, but now the oldest senator is out of Iowa, and he's 90 as
Oh.
well. So he was just a couple of months behind
Well,
Diane Feinstein.
I hate it.
Wow.
I
There's
hate
somebody
it here.
older than who's the guy that keeps freezing up? Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell.
Yes.
There's somebody older than Mitch McConnell in the.
Yeah, I'll find out for you right now, because Google will tell me.
His name is Bebo Johnson. He's been sitting on Iowa's.
Charles E. Grassley. He's a Republican Iowa senator.
That is a
Oh,
90-year-old
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry. He's 89.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. That's
So
my fault.
next year he'll turn 90 and die.
Yeah.
You guys
I
get
will
that
say-
figured out over there?
I tried to kill
we
you.
think
You
so.
did something to that poor mosquito. He looked. You tried to
We-
get him,
I tried to get him, and I think I hit him.
and he fully looked like he was stuck in a web and fell. So I don't know where he went.
So
He's
hopefully
gonna
he
crawl and
did.
bite
He's
me.
dead
ankle.
now.
Well,
But now my hat's
Unfortunately,
gone.
Kara's hat is also dead.
It fell.
oh, that's
Diane
RIP.
Feinstein. So you
Fine.
I used to
Steam.
talk to Diane about with you because
You
you're
used to talk
not
to Diane
you're not
about
you're not a big fan of Diane Feinstein.
I hate career politicians. Don't
Heard.
Like, first of all, if you don't even know how to freaking use the internet, why the hell are you making my laws?
damn.
All
Like
right, well,
what?
You don't
There-
think
you
she
better not
ever
take her guns
surfed the
either.
web? When the
No.
web was made, she was
No.
probably like
There was some
60.
She probably knew how to
Ugh.
use dial-up.
Yeah.
That's just it's pretty bad because some of the videos in the last I'll say year,
Yep.
there were like times where she's like in committees and they'll be like, okay, we're gonna take an aye or nay, like nay,
A or
yay,
nay.
yay or nay, and they go around the room and they get to her and she's like starts like full on talking about the subject, and then an aide taps on her shoulder and is like, just say yay or nay. And she's like, oh, yay. And then they move on.
That's
and I'm
rough.
just like to be that disconnected. And also just like, but to be fair, I mean, people keep electing her. So it's our own fault, you know?
Want to hear something crazy about her is she became the acting mayor of San Francisco. First, years before, she'd ran and didn't get it. And then when the mayor and Harvey Milk were assassinated, she was like pushed into the spot.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Nancy Pelosi mentioned that when they did a moment of silence on the Senate floor for her. They're like, she took office as mayor in like a really
Even though no one
sad
wanted her
time.
to, she took office.
But I mean, didn't she do some other cool things?
she
You
did.
said she did cool things, like some cool things.
she's been in a ton, like,
I
done
would
a ton.
imagine she's done a lot of things because of how long she's been in office.
And she's done a lot of good.
Sure.
But I also think at some point these people, and I feel like it happens a lot on the Democratic side, of these people who are like, yeah, we're here for the people, we're here for this, we're that. It's like, but then at the end of the day, you do everything you can just to get reelected so that you can get that paycheck. Because at 87, you should have the freaking common sense to be like, I'm no longer serving the people as well as
She's
they
like
could be
a
served.
billionaire, though. She's rich.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's because they freaking get these backwards deals. And it's, like they're not supposed to.
She married
They
somebody
can-
rich, too, though.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just want to retire?
Now,
That's
who's
what I'm
the
saying.
congressperson that just like threw in the towel? He's like, I'm done, and I think a lot of other people should also be done.
It was what's his name?
Yeah, he's in the news. He's a
He
Republican.
yes, he ran against Obama. What's his name?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, Romney.
Romney, Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney, yeah.
He said, I'm done. I'm not running for office next year. And I also urge all of my coworkers that are pretty much my age to consider also doing this.
And he
Because
made a
they
statement too,
should.
saying
Yeah.
like it's time for the next generation to take over.
Yes.
And I was like, dang, that is cool.
I
like
think that's
that a
great.
lot.
And that's my thing, right? Is like so often these people vote party ties just to get pushed through because they're in these like swing, like gerrymandered, districts where it's like, oh, if they're the only Republican on the ticket or if they're the only Democrat on the ticket, they're going to get voted in no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we talk about term limits on this podcast before, but Annie and I have had a lot of conversations about it, just also surrounding Dianne Feinstein, and I think the what you'll see with the term limit is it allows like the pride element to just go away, because I feel
Sure.
like a lot of these longtime senators they feel this sense of pride, like, oh, I can't just not run for my state, or you know what I'm saying, where it's like this. I think the term limit will give them the freedom to go like, yeah, I'm done. Like I did my
Right.
2 terms. I can't do any more.
Also, a
So
term limit, I
that's
feel
it.
like, pushes you to actually get stuff done.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, even
You're like,
better.
I only have
Right?
X amount of opportunity to actually
True.
get
Where
my
it's like,
name in
if there's
there.
no
Word.
limit, it's like, I have all the time in the world to get things
But
done.
then you
I
have
don't
kind
need
of presidencies
priority.
like, I don't know, kind of the same as presidencies, right? Or
Yeah.
I should say they'd have terms like the presidency where some of them get in office, and it's kind of what John's saying. They work on re-election right at that 3rd year of their presidency, and then kind of just dope around, and then at the end of their, they pardon a few people, and then it's kind of like, well, what really was like the big change that happened in your
Yeah.
term?
Yeah, you're right. I guess that could be a side effect for sure.
But a big part of that is also like bipartisan politics too, where we're fighting against ourselves to help ourselves.
I kind of feel like too it would force a lot of the really intelligent politicians to kind of move up the chain. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like when you're done at the senator level, like when you hit your term limit, it's like, okay, I either run for president or I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think there are a lot of really capable, intelligent senators. I mean, like the one on TikTok, he seems great.
I love that guy. What's his name?
I can't remember his name, but
I'm
I
gonna pull him up.
think it would force people to kind of like, okay, I've done my even let's just say something even long, like 4 terms, which is a long time. Like 4 terms, like, okay, now it's either I need to level up and run for president, or I need to be done, and that's okay too. You know?
I mean, a
Right.
Senate seat is 6 years.
Okay, so 24 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time. But you know what I'm saying? Like even that, like, because how long was Dianne Feinstein? She was in the Senate for
Upwards
It
of
was
what? Like 45?
years or something?
crazy. That's too long.
And my thing is like,
Wouldn't people get sick of you?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Wouldn't you every time you go and be like, or are you sick of these people too?
Or like, I feel like this sounds bad, but I feel like it's kind of similar with teachers.
Yeah.
Where you'll have these teachers who are like, I've been here so long
Yeah.
that the grandkids of my first students
Yep.
are now here.
Yeah.
And it's like, like that's how
Yikes.
my mom
Right.
felt when she started getting that. She was like, I've been here too long. She'd have these like parents come in and be like, Miss Skovmand, you're still here. And she's like, I
And you're
hate
like,
it.
I hate it.
She's like,
No,
I need
yeah.
to leave.
I think that's
teachers
part of
can't
it.
retire early.
Yeah.
Is-
And that
Is a problem.
politicians don't want to and teachers can't.
Dang.
Man.
But the thing that's sad is like Mitt Romney leaving. Was it the right move? Yes. But he was like one of the people that could have been in there and like helped try to push legislation towards that.
Yeah.
And now he's like, yeah, you guys should do it too, and leaves. It's like, okay, well now these like a-holes who are here who haven't been doing it and they're in their 80s, 70s, like to 80s. It's
Yeah.
like, they're not going to be like, you know what, guys? I think term limits should happen.
Right. Totally.
Right, like-
the ones that have been there the longest are
Yeah.
like, we should not let people be here
Right?
for a
And so-
long time.
Those are the people who secretly want to leave.
No. They love it. They're like, show
Well,
up. Oh, maybe the government's going to shut down. I don't know. We'll vote next week. Who
And it-
cares?
And it sucks too because you can't like the people that would make the change are the people that like it's affecting. you know?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
these senators
Exactly.
and people are never going to do it because, or they'll say like, oh yeah, we're in the process of writing something and just never
Yeah.
get finished
Yeah.
with it because they won't. You know, and
And
that's like
that's-
you said, like Mitt could have done that. Like he could have
Yeah.
wrote legislation and been like, I'm leaving and I think we should pass this, which is a term limit for senators. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
I think he could have done that, but also he probably wants to wash his hands of it and be like, I'm done.
Well, and the thing that like which just sounds so sad, like a death should never be exciting in any way. But when I heard that Dianne Feinstein did die, I was like, oh, maybe this is like the push. Like they're gonna sound so awful, but these older politicians are gonna start either truly stepping down or passing away, and then once you weed those people out, then it would be the only opportunity that we have to actually enact term limits, which should be a thing. Like, if we have a term limit for the president, we should have a term limit
For
for
anything.
all of them. The whole idea is just a representative democracy, right? So, like, they should be always changing and updating to represent us. And I guess you can argue, like, well, that's the whole idea of running. Like, anyone can put their name on this ticket, whatever. But it's like, okay, well, that's not true, though, because you need millions of dollars to run for any of this. Like, you could do, like, there's the rare case of the AOCs in the world who do, like, a grassroots campaign and actually somehow make it. But she also lived in a place, like, in California, you couldn't go door knocking and be successful the way that she was in her, you know, New York, like, district?
Yeah.
Who are you talking about, Diane?
No.
No.
AOC.
AOC.
Sorry. Fully clocked out for a second there. I'm catching up with the world over here. Speaking of dead old people,
Hey.
the actor that played Dumbledore,
Right.
the second one,
Second.
because the first one also has passed away.
a
Isn't
while
that why
ago.
they got a second one?
Because the first one died, right?
The first one died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dumbledore passed away. Sorry, I'm fully being a screenager over here. Don't mind me.
Yeah,
Just
sorry.
Dumbledore.
a lot of things happening in the news right now
I
in
saw
the
a
world.
picture of the guy who was Dumbledore and the guy who's Slytherin, and then in between is Maggie.
Maggie Smith.
Yeah.
She's
It's like,
still, or she?
Is
still
she on
kicking.
our
She's still kicking.
was she on our list this
No, I
year?
don't think so.
She was not.
Was Dianne Feinstein on our list?
No.
Because she really
I
should have
didn't
been.
know.
That would have been
Have you
great.
seen those videos of like people who are really old, and it's like
Uh-huh.
it goes back in their life and it shows you like what they looked like when they were younger?
Most terrifying videos
Maggie
in the world.
Smith looked the same.
Yeah.
Her whole life.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of aging.
You look great.
Let's go get Botox
Done.
or lip fillers.
That's a terrible idea.
Both.
What you got over there, Johnny boy?
Sorry, well, this is kind of interesting
Go ahead.
because when you guys can speak to the experience today, which I'm running the facade of our show, typically comes out on Wednesday. We record on Tuesdays, but today is the first day of Cats Cut Your Terror,
Yeah.
which is a new Albright Entertainment special that is happening, and you guys were both on it, so you'll be on in a couple of weeks. Your episode will go live, I should say. You already recorded.
Yes.
And so we're in the process of kind of like going live at
Well,
this moment.
which
So I've been,
which
like, kind
means
of
that
editing and
if you're
texting
watching
and-
this episode right now,
Yeah.
the first episode of Cat's Got Your Terrors is
out.
live.
out.
It's down in the bio.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, watch that, and then maybe come back over here.
So
and
I'm
finish
kind of
the
like,
episode.
or that's why I'm a little zoned out. I'm just like texting and.
I'm gonna just
Go
throw
ahead.
another thing into the ring here, with the AI panic. Have you guys seen the Mr. Beast TikTok ad?
Yes.
No.
This is an AI Mr. Beast TikTok ad from probably some kind of scammer in a foreign country. And it's a video of Mr. Beast, and he's like, I'm doing this giveaway, and I'm giving away iPhones for $2. If you
Oh.
pay $2, you can enter to win an iPhone for $2.
There's your credit card information.
Exactly.
Yep.
But it's not. It's a deep fake of Mr. Beast with AI generated
he
voice.
hasn't gotten that down yet?
No, still
Wow.
run amok.
Well, you're getting in your ads because that's what you're interested in.
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Is Mr. Beast.
But for somebody to run an ad, what's that, John?
The hat. It's so distracting. How comically large.
My name is
it
Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Doug Dimmadome.
I'm sorry, I keep looking at it because it just looks like it's floating on top of her head. It doesn't look like it's actually sitting on her
Well,
head.
it's not. It's sitting on the headphones.
I know, but that, and then maybe that
Right.
probably plays obviously into it. But anyway, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
that's
the Mr. Beast hat. I
kind of end of thought. What do you think?
kind of
John?
feel like it's easy to tell. Like if we can tell, then Mr. Beast.
There's so
fans
many
can
fake
see through
scams
that.
on freaking
think so?
TikTok right now.
Oh, when I saw it,
Mr. Beast has a lot of child fans.
True.
He is the
Yeah.
number one YouTuber of all time right now.
That's true.
So I don't know.
Sure, I guess.
I mean, should TikTok intervene? Should they?
How do you guys feel about the TikTok shop?
Yeah. So what's the deal with
I don't
that?
know. I
Where
just keep
people
getting,
have
like,
TikTok shops?
People making T-shirts and people all this stuff on a TikTok shop, but I've never actually been to the TikTok shop.
I've ordered off the TikTok shop.
What?
It's kind of like.
It's like Etsy.
Yeah, it's Etsy. Like so I follow this guy who's kind of a woodworker, and he makes these acrylic templates for like cutting boards and stuff. And,
Okay.
And I've been seeing him a lot, and I was like, oh man, I don't know. Like I try not to buy things off of anywhere except for Amazon because I've actually. Especially through Instagram, gotten scammed for sure.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
on ads, and then like you click. Like one time, there was like one of those like train letterboards where you like it like flips the little things and yeah, like that. And it was like, oh, there was normally like $150 or whatever, and
Oh,
for
and it-
$70.
Yeah.
And I bought it, and it like nothing ever came. And then I tried to like track it down, and it was
Dang.
all, and the whole site was taken down. So so I think the TikTok shop, I was a little worried about it because I was like, oh, is it one of those things? But I will say it came in really good time.
What'd you get on TikTok shop?
It was just a little router template. It's basically the ability to take your like brushless router and make it a router table.
Oh,
Like
nice.
pretty much anywhere. You take a piece of wood, you carve out this hole, and then you mount your router to the plate, and you drop it in, and it becomes a router table.
So is it like this is like we're like hashing out what is TikTok shop on
Yeah.
our podcast. Is it like a user interface like people can sell their own products
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Oh,
In the
cool.
beginning, I guess, based off of what I've learned about it, in the beginning it was a little finicky to use. Like
Sure.
like small businesses, like people like Cara, you have a Sunkissed Macrame, like that. They were like, it's kind of hard to get on. Like I think they were on like an approval basis because TikTok largely, and I think they did this when they launched TikTok, where you kind of had to be. You requested to be a part of it, and they kind of slow rolled their products.
Sure.
A lot of remember that one Clubhouse did the same thing, where you had to have an invite to become a part of Clubhouse, and Clubhouse is just basically a live stream podcast, little
yes.
rooms that
Right,
you can do,
right.
which never really took
Clubhouse.
off like I thought it
Yeah,
would. But
no.
which obviously, but so yeah, it was like that, and then people were like, "This is kind of trash," and then TikTok did a whole revamp where they were like, they fixed it, and they were like, "You guys should get on it," and then they were paying people to promote it.
It looks.
It seems like that's going on now.
Everyone's on it.
Shein.
Have you ever been on Shein?
Never been
Shein.
on.
Like it's the like Chinese warehouse apps. There's Shein.
Oh.
There's
So good.
another one. Whatever. This is the same template of it. It's like has the price, and it says like 3 sold, 9 sold.
Yeah.
I was under the impression it was like when you're an Amazon affiliate type person. I didn't realize it was like people selling
like
stuff.
a link.
Because I always get those ads like, I just got this is on my TikTok shop now. Like, go check it out. I love this product. It's one of the best products. Some say the best.
I think
I'm watching a lot
I
of
think
Trump
it does
on
maybe
TikTok.
do that. But yeah, I ordered off of it. It was fine.
Why are you watching a lot of Trump? Because all the news.
Some people say
Yeah.
he's the best TikToker. No, I just love my accent. I'm just really getting good at
you
it.
You guys were talking about this earlier. He's getting kicked out of New York.
Yeah, well,
Welcome
his whole
to-
trial's
what's
going
the opposite
down.
of Welcome to New York.
Say goodbye to Hollywood. Say goodbye, my
There's-
baby.
His civil lawsuit right now for fraud is going on, and if he is guilty, then he is fined $250 million from the mayor or from the governor of New York, and he is not allowed to do business there forever.
Yeah.
Is that even
Yeah.
like a drop in the bucket
Banned.
to him, though?
Well, that's
Banned.
all of his
150
business.
million, I mean.
His big
So
hotel
Trump
and his
Tower
yeah.
and-
I'll tell you what, though. Trump knows what he's doing. He'll just claim bankruptcy, and he'll
Totally.
have to pay that at all.
Yeah.
All his business is all in his
I
kids' names, I
declare-
think, now, right?
Bankruptcy.
I don't know, but when I lived in D.C., it was right after he got elected, and it was when Nordstrom was rebelling against Ivanka, and all of her like clothing line was at Nordstrom Rack.
No.
Awesome.
They were like, "We're getting rid of it."
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Man, gosh, a lot
Trumpy.
of crazy stuff happening in the news.
A lot of
Yeah.
crazy
And on
stuff.
top of this, we've got, Cat Scottish Terrors coming out,
Yep.
killing spooky steroids. It's Halloween.
just the one terror, believe it or
Oh.
not. Just Cat's
I
got
said-
your terror.
and that's my bad.
Yeah.
And that's,
terrors.
Are you saying terror?
I've been saying terrors.
Honestly, I've been saying both, honestly.
Cat's got your tail.
I am excited for this Halloween season. This is the first time I kind of feel like it's actually spooky season.
I know, you've
I
kind of
don't.
been-
It's freaking gonna be 85 degrees this week.
We are supposed to have a heat wave. Kara and I had a plan to go to Julian this week, and then we
found out about
checked
the
the weather,
heat
and it was going to be 80 degrees on Thursday. Not very Julian-esque.
Not really
So
Julian-esque.
I think we're gonna wait it out.
It'll come.
It'll come.
The snow will
I feel a cold front
I
is
don't
upon
want
us.
snow in Julian.
No,
I just
no.
wanna go there for
I
fall
want a
vibes.
rolling blizzard. I
Yeah.
want to be like
Oh.
trapped in Julian for the weekend.
Oh,
Cute.
How cool.
I want to feel like I can't get out.
I want to be
Yeah.
scared.
I
I want to be a scared
scared.
strawberry.
Scared
I want to
strawberry.
be scared.
I want to be a scared
Wow,
strawberry.
how that's a lot.
Tell me more about that, Annie, because you've been like dropping that in conversation, like how you haven't been into Halloween. Now you're into Halloween.
When I was a kid,
Yeah, walk
I
me
was
through that.
full spooky vibes.
Mhm.
I would put Halloween Town on repeat, and I would decorate the whole house. I would cut out paper bats, and I would glue them inside of the lampshade, so when you turned on the lamp, it looked like bats were flying away. And we would carve pumpkins, and I would make all the decor by hand, for the most part. And then my favorite thing to do was I lived in a small town. We'd go to Alpine.
Yeah, don't
and,
say it.
And in Rite Aid, they always had like a section for Halloween and stuff like that.
Sure.
And I would love going in there and just getting all the new spooky stuff. And it was like my dad and I's thing. We would decorate the whole yard. And my
That's kinda
dad,
sweet.
which I found out recently, actually didn't care about Halloween that much. But he did it for me, which was so sweet.
Just really good dad.
And he custom made this thing. We called it was a dead and breakfast. And so it was like a little skelly in a bed. And we had like little, like, we made like a little egg, like fake egg and bacon that on a plate that we'd put out every year. That was like,
Or like dead and bacon.
it was like two eyes and like a crossbone.
B
It like
minus.
looked like kind of like skull and crossbones. And he had little pajamas that we'd put him in. And it had like a little sign, dead and breakfast, and with like crows and ghosts and ghouls. I was the biggest Halloween fan.
I love it.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for the arc.
The
here.
butt.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I started moving around
Sorry,
a
I'm
lot,
the
Uh-huh.
worst. I'm like,
No, I'm
waiting for
with
the
you.
arc.
I'm with you. So what changed?
I started moving around a lot.
Yeah.
And I think,
Yeah.
living in the tropics during Halloween is a very spooky season
No.
vibes.
Nah.
I would say so.
And then I was just moving so much and I didn't really have a place to land that it was never like, oh,
Now-
I can decorate or, oh my gosh, like it's.
That didn't extend to other holidays like Christmas, or did
No,
you
it
feel the
did.
Christmas spirit?
No.
No. Okay.
I haven't been spirited for the last couple of years. But this year, there's been a chill in the air. With that chill in the air has
Mm-hmm.
been an insane.
Just giving my everything on that. It's fine.
We're just going to move past
Yeah,
that.
we're trying to. We're really
Um,
trying.
Go ahead.
Has been an insane swarm of mosquitoes. They have been unhinged.
They're biting.
Bad.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
thought it was just me, but I've seen like celebrities in LA posting about how like out of nowhere California has these killer mosquitoes.
Now, this is hearsay. I don't know if this is
no.
true or not. Allegedly, this crop of mosquitoes is coming over from like a shipping
hurricane.
container
Or from China.
from China, like knocked over, and a bunch of fruit or something or whatever released all these mosquitoes into the western, part of the world. So I don't know what that means. Are these like?
It's called the invasive 80s mosquitoes, yellow fever
The-
mosquito.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, this is chemical warfare.
And
Yellow fever is back, baby.
Aedes albopictus, the Asian tiger mosquito.
Oh,
So 2 different kinds of mosquitoes have been detected.
I for sure killed a tiger mosquito in my bathroom yesterday.
Did it roar?
I squished it and went. And it's so gross when you squish a mosquito and blood
Blood.
comes
Yeah.
out.
Bold.
You're like,
And you know
you
that
were
it's your
biting me
blood.
5 seconds
You know
ago.
it's your blood.
Yep. Yep.
Did you know
Go ahead.
that it's their saliva that makes you itchy?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I saw this whole TikTok that was like, think
when
of a
you know what I
mosquito
wanna
as a
see?
surgeon.
I want to see a mosquito close up, like under a microscope.
You
Post
haven't
show.
looked one up? It's gross. I saw one that was like, think of it as a
Typical Cara
surgeon.
moment.
He's putting in the.
You haven't seen one?
The what's it called? The
Needle.
what
The
makes
needle.
you numb?
Oh,
Numbing.
Novocaine.
But what's it? Not Novocaine. What's the
Numbing.
other one?
It's called numbing stuff.
It's called nummy stuff.
Whatever.
Nummy.
When he first puts his little nose in you, he numbs you.
So you don't feel it?
So you don't feel it. And that's when he sucks
Bastard.
the blood, and all the saliva when he first puts it in is what makes you itchy.
So the numbing eventually makes you itchy, or the saliva.
The
Is-
saliva during
Is
the
there
whole
2
process.
agents?
So there's
Two
just
agents.
there's also saliva going on.
Yeah. He's just spitting.
That
all
seems
up on
like-
you.
That seems like a misstep in evolution there.
Well,
You know,
that's
what's
because
kind of
they should
crazy is that
die.
they know this much about the mosquito, and we can't figure out a way to just like.
Well, we
Kill them.
can't
Kill
kill
it.
them. They're part of the food chain.
Not the
Yeah.
invasive ones here.
Sorry, what?
Kill them.
There
It's
is
that-
a
part
it's
do they
the
play?
whole- It's that whole thing, right? Of like, okay,
Spreading diseases?
Here's
we
the-
killed
here's the
this
thing, Annie.
over here.
Yes,
and then it
but-
ends the
but
whole
no.
world.
They're actually actively trying to destroy mosquitoes.
Well, that's fine. I'm okay with destroying mosquitoes, but like, do it when I'm at the end of my life.
We are
You
talking
can
to the creator of
buy-
the universe,
You
so-
can buy
Go ahead, Jay.
something called a mosquito fish.
Go ahead.
The County of San Diego Vector Control Program raises and distributes mosquito fish, also known as Gambusha affinis.
Okay.
These small freshwater fish eat mosquito larvae,
How does that work?
and are available to residents in fish distribution locations throughout the county free of charge.
Okay, so that's I'm
feel like
assuming
you have
that's
a
like
pond.
if I have a
It's if
pond,
you have a pond.
or I'm going to put one
Wait.
in John's parents' pool or
It says
something.
pools, fountains, ponds, bird
Maybe we
baths,
need one
as well
for
as
here.
animal troughs.
Just
Maybe
in
we
a-
put one
in a
on the
little cup
center
of
here.
water.
A cup of water, yeah.
Free of
That's
charge.
crazy. I
want
know.
a free fish.
For real.
Okay,
pet.
see, that's what got him. Girl math.
Yeah.
Math.
I mean, the fish is free. You hang
So
out with that
during-
fish a couple times, it pays for
This says
itself
that during warm months, you don't
Awesome.
need to feed them.
because they just eat the mosquitoes or the larvae, I should say.
During what months?
warm months.
Warm. So all
I
of
think you
them.
said war months. I was like,
War
what's
months.
a war month?
During
War,
wartime, they
during
don't need to be
war.
fed. It's called rations.
It's their war against the mosquitoes.
You tell them it's wartime, you don't feed them for
Wartime?
weeks.
They'll believe it. They'll believe anything.
I also
They're
and
stupid.
maybe
They're
I'm
fish.
Crazy. I feel like these mosquitoes are bigger. Like I can
Yeah.
see those.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
They're
they're
tiger. They're tiger mosquitoes.
They're big boys.
What happened when you smash them again?
And then
Ew.
Their last breath.
Yeah.
They just do one little.
Gross.
Gross.
Awesome.
hey, listen.
make the rules.
Strawberry just says what strawberry says. You know.
Yeah,
Guys, are we
yeah.
gonna watch a scary story?
Yes, we are.
Ooh, I kind of feel like now we should watch Harry Potter, but
Pass.
Have you guys seen Over the Garden Wall?
It sounds so familiar.
there's
I
way
feel
too.
like I've seen it.
Carrot, that's way too much whimsy for these two.
No,
These two
it's
will not
so
enjoy it
good.
at all.
Annie
There's way
will,
too
'cause
much
it's not that
fun
scary.
and laughter and enjoyment.
No, I would enjoy it, but I'm
glad
so
you know me.
locked into spooky season. Like I gotta watch a scary
Okay,
movie.
so what's
Okay,
the
Over the Garden Wall is spooky.
pass.
what is the? You don't even know what we're talking
He said-
about.
he said
Next.
there's a garden in it.
What's
Pass.
next? Garden of what?
No, Over the Garden
Garden of
Wall.
Whimsy? I'm out.
Way too much whimsy. This is not Shark Tank for hanging out. Okay.
I'm out. Thank you.
God damn. Okay,
Shark
so John,
Tank.
in your mind, what is the penultimate horror film?
Oh, what? Oh, you're talking about all
Sorry,
time?
what's the best horror film?
All time, or like what I want to watch tonight?
Give me
All time, just-
best of all time.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. This is gonna be controversial.
Follow up question. Your favorite of all time,
Yeah.
and then scariest of all time?
My favorite
That's
is,
what I wanna know,
is
really.
Paranormal Activity. Like, it just has such a core memory for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it's not obviously very scary anymore because I've seen it so much, but I just remember like the genuine fear it brought me when I first watched
The very first one.
Yeah.
Word.
I think scariest ones is the whole series of The Nun. Like, I haven't
Really?
even seen them, but the previews look like out of
What the hell are we
control.
talking about then? The scariest movie you've seen.
Oh.
You've seen.
Insidious. Insidious is pretty scary.
Which one is that?
Tiptoe through the window. The guy.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I've
Astro.
never seen that.
He like what's they call it? They call it like astro blasting or no whatever.
Ass blasted.
No, they call it
No. There's this thing where they, like when he falls asleep, he goes into this spiritual realm
You're
and he
ta-
finds a demon. He gets lost in it.
You're telling me he falls asleep and they start ass blasting him?
Yep, ass
That's
blasting.
crazy. Astral projecting.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you. I feel like I was
I knew.
close.
I knew.
Ask ass blast.
But what about you? What about you? Favorite
ass
and
blast.
also
Favorite and scariest. Let's see. I really like the old school, like Halloween. I really like,
yeah,
and
true.
like, let me think about it. Yeah, we just watched Us. Like we talked about Us. Us was great.
Us is good too. I would say Us is a suspense. I don't even think I'd categorize it as scary.
I'm a big fan of like monster-y stuff too. Like I really like
Out in the woods.
I loved Cabin in the Woods.
Oh,
That was
so
good.
fun.
That
was
might be
good.
my. I don't know if you can really even call that a scary movie though. Can you? It's
No,
kind of
there's
more
not humor.
sci-fi.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely a favorite movie. I would say, have you guys seen Cloverfield? Like, I really like when a monster destroys the town.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
Maybe we'll watch that movie.
The first scary movie I ever watched was called The Shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
It has Dave Franco in it. The guy who voiced Troy Bolton.
Zac Efron,
No,
No.
the first guy.
Drew Seeley.
I think it's Drew Seeley's in it. He's like the main character. It has Shannon Woodward. And it was like it was like a B-list movie at best. It has 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. I just looked it up.
What the heck?
But the twist at the end was so freaking good, and it was such like a good introduction to like scary. Where it was like the what's it called? The plot was scary enough. It's like there's this shortcut in the woods that these people keep dying in.
Okay.
And this like group of teens decides, like, Drew Seeley moves into town.
Love.
And they decide to, like take the shortcut at one point, and all these dogs are going missing. And so they're like, there's this like creepy old like abandoned house or old house that everyone thinks is abandoned, but turns out it's not. And they figure out that like these
So
dogs,
cool.
like all their name tags, they find all the name tags in the garage.
Oh,
and they're
dang.
basically like trying to investigate what it is, and like the whole time you think it's one thing, at the very end it's just so good.
Wow.
I feel like I've seen it.
Obviously 22% is probably not as good as I remember.
Sounds terrible. Turns out, you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
This shit here.
Go ahead.
Rotten Tomatoes, big scandal going on.
Shut up.
Rotten Tomatoes were reaching out to producers before they would post their scores, and they were taking bribes to raise the tomato score.
That
I
makes
kind of feel
so
like
much
I've
sense.
felt that coming.
So
a little
they'd be
bit.
like, "Hey, right now you're getting rated. We're not going to post it yet, but you're rating at like a 23%. We could bump that up to,
Wow.
or it'd be like on a curve. Like, hey, we can bump that up to a 50. It won't be like a rotten score. It'll be like a certified fresh score. But
Because come on, we've watched.
Can you believe that?
We've watched plenty where it's like the viewers rating versus the Rotten Tomatoes
And
rating.
it's
Do you
so
completely
ever believe
different.
those?
drastic.
I know you guys believe them.
I think it's a good reference point. I don't think it's like the end all be all, because obviously it's the
What
way
was that
Rotten
movie we
Tomatoes
just
works
watched,
is
Tallgrass?
it's a compilation of all like a bunch of different critics. So there's some people, and it's not like those critics give a score. They say yes, it was good, or no, it was good, or no, it wasn't good. So that percentage is like what percentage liked the movie.
Sure.
And they don't
Yeah.
get to like they do a little write up, so it's like, let's say it's 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. That means 50% of the people that reviewed it loved it, and the other half, the other 50% hated it.
Oh, interesting.
But there's no distinction, so it's kind of like you're just playing the numbers, really. I mean,
yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
so it's a good reference point, but
Another,
never
like-
an answer.
Because the IMDb
Mm-hmm.
for that movie is 5 out of 10,
Oh.
and the certified
Yeah.
the Rotten Tomatoes 20%. So I'm like, like I don't know, like it is like it's a kitschy.
Yeah,
But it's like
sure.
if you want to just have like an adrenaline rush, like it's good.
Oh yeah,
It's
absolutely.
the same thing as like Did you guys ever see the one where it was like all on FaceTime the whole time?
Yes.
No.
So
Unfriended.
stupid. Unfriended. All right, guys,
So
hands up. Who's
dumb.
doing this?
Who's doing it, guys? It's like just like cuts out and then
was a
it like
good
cuts
noise.
back in and someone has their hand
Skype
in a
noise.
blender. It's like what?
Ugh, can you believe Skype?
Or
Like,
it's like cutting out too. It's not even like a clear video. It's like the internet connection just going out. It's
can you believe Skype missed COVID?
I know.
We
can't
had
believe it.
Skype for years and years and years, and then Zoom
Zoom.
showed up, and it was like, and now I'll never go back to Skype.
I tell you a funny story.
So bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody, so my wife's grandma's friend, like heard about the Zoom was going to blow up because of COVID. Oh no, sorry, had no idea. She was just buying stock, and she was trying to buy something that had a similar acronym as Zoom, and
ZM.
she bought a bunch of what she thought was something
Oh
else.
no.
And it was Zoom.
And it was Zoom. It was right before COVID.
Oh.
Dude,
Blew up.
insider trading.
And then she realized she had the wrong thing, so she cashed out and she ended up paying for all of her grandkids like college, and because
Wow.
she made like more than $100,000 on the Zoom stock alone.
No, that's an insider trader,
That's
bro.
I had a friend who was working on the political campaign with me, and her brother was in med school, and he had just bought in a bunch of stock the beginning of the year. So like the
Bastard.
beginning of 2020 without knowing anything in Moderna.
Oh my
Having no
God.
idea that they were going to be one of the first vaccines.
Of course.
Having no clue that they were working on it. Buys it. It announces Moderna's doing a vaccine. I was with her when it got announced. She goes, my brother, I think it was like for school, had to invest in like a med company and research
Oh my
it,
God.
So
and had like a
crazy.
bunch of stock in
So
Moderna.
stupid.
So
I always
crazy.
think, whenever I hear stuff like that, I always think about Forrest Gump, when it's like he invested in that fruit company in the 70s,
It's
and it's
Apple.
Apple, and they're like, he's going to be all right. Like, the money's going to be okay for a while.
Gosh.
So stupid.
Yeah, I had the inverse too. I knew somebody who was trying to buy Zoom when it was like on the climb, and accidentally bought a different company with a similar acronym, and then realized after like
The one
everyone
grandma's
was
friend
like,
was
"It's
trying to buy."
big." Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
maybe, and they're like, oh yeah, I have this stock, and then they checked and they're like, I bought the wrong one.
Dang.
Rip.
Well, hindsight, right?
Kara, what about you? Ultimate scary movie.
Oh yeah, Scarecrow,
I don't really know.
Wizard of Oz. Just kidding.
No.
I see. I'm way more like psychological thriller for me. I'm
I
like,
feel
I
like
want to say
I
Get
don't-
Out is my favorite. scary
I
movie.
love
watch-
Get Out.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't watched any of the like classic.
Well,
More like a
that'll
series
change.
person.
Maybe we go classic tonight.
Okay,
Maybe we
I
do like
loved-
Friday the 13th. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah,
Loved when we
yeah,
found
it's
Fear
good.
Street.
I'll watch it again.
Oh yeah, I
And
loved the
I
Fear
love
Street
it was
series.
kind of a flop at the end, yeah, but like that lead up was so
Yeah.
great.
So good. I think the second episode was my favorite.
Yeah, the 70s.
Is that the one with
Kept
Jason?
jumping back.
Right, Friday
Yeah.
the 13th. Maybe we should watch that tonight.
I think one of my favorite is American Horror Story Coven.
Whoa.
Never seen it.
I've never
American
seen
Horror
any of
Story
American
is
Horror Story.
so good.
Spooky.
Yeah. Coven is definitely one of the
Creepy.
best. Circus, terrifying.
Dang.
The circus.
Is that with
one
Lady
was
Gaga?
So scary.
Was Lady
no,
Gaga on that?
Lady Gaga's was bad. Hers was American Horror Story Hotel. It wasn't very good.
Bummer.
No, the circus one is. That one is probably the scariest.
American
of all
Horror
of
Story
them.
Circus.
But the newest season just came out, and Kim Kardashian is in it. And I
What
think
is
she
it?
does
Waiting Room?
Really well.
Or something.
No, it starts with a D. Not
D's nuts.
Not Divergent.
If you're looking for a
Jesus.
scary movie this holiday, a scary story this Halloween season, you
A
can watch
terror.
That's Got Your Terrors.
Yeah, it's got your tears out right now.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, so
Are
exciting.
we're working on a like a brand deal. Maybe we can like.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I was gonna say
Deal.
that we should have Kat on at sometime this Halloween season.
True.
Talk about her show.
I love that.
And she can tell us a scary story.
Yes. Are we officially announcing the big thing too? I think.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to announce it dressed like
Well,
this.
we have to record after this. Too.
Dressed like this. That's so good. Anyways, go ahead.
What the 25-hour podcast is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Woo!
Do you know the date, John?
Nope.
It's going to be November 6th at 6
That's right.
till November 7th at 7.
Oh.
You like that? You like that?
that.
That's
I
25
like
hours.
that.
Guys, go to whatthepodcast.live/give to already start funding that campaign.
Boom, boom,
Pretty sure.
boom, boom.
What the podcast?
It'll be ready by tomorrow.
And we're partnering
Today.
with
Yeah.
Alzheimer's San Diego once
Wait,
again.
did we change the date?
No.
It's in the calendar as the 13th and 14th.
No.
So we did change.
Can we have can that be an off-air conversation? Jeez.
Yeah, come on.
It's November 6th at 6 to November 7th at 7.
Yep.
25 hours live on the internet. Merriment ensues. You're going to get more information about that in the coming weeks. But until then, on the couch as always, Cara Tafolla, Annie the Skovmand. Thank you, Patreon. Thank you, Texas Roadhouse. Thank you, viewers, our lovely fans. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And we'll see you next week on
On
What the Podcast.
Say goodbye and hello to your friendly neighborhood scarecrow.
Are you gonna play? Sorry.
Bye.